Oops, we got to light the little candle. Little candle. What happened to it?
It may have just burned out.
No, I don't think that will help then. Can we get another small candle, please?
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregations of Atlanta's first of hopefully not too many live stream only services. We're a little punchy this morning, figuring out how to do this whole thing with the 9 of us who are in the room. But we are so glad that you have tuned in and joined us, the literal hundreds of thousands of people that I'm sure are currently watching this live stream from home. So we know that doing this worship service in an empty room is a little bit awkward, and then watching it at home, we want you to participate, even if that feels a little weird. So when we do the chalice lighting, we hope you'll light your own chalice. We hope you'll speak the chalice lighting words and the offertory words. With the hymns, we hope you'll sing along. If you're someone who doesn't sing hymns on Sunday morning, I hope you will still sing hymns. Go for it. Why not? No one's listening except your heart. So dig in, have an excellent time. We're going to open singing a couple of hymns, the first one being Spirit of Life. Spirit of life, come unto me. My heart, all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Fuente de amor, ven hacia mí. Al corazón, cántale tu compasión, sopla al volar, sube en la mar, hasta moldear la justicia de la vida. Arraigame, libérame, fuente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí. We hope during this time of isolation, this time of pandemic and panic, that we can find some comfort together some beauty in this space. Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. We're gonna sing one more song to open this service. This is I Know I Can. Though days be dark with storms and burdens weigh my heart, though troubles wait at every turn, I know that I can go on. Though sorrow heals my soul and burdens make me strong, though troubles wait at every turn, I know that I can go on. My sister in my heart, my brother in my song, though troubles wait at every turn, I know that I can go on. And though the journey is long, the destination is near. Though troubles wait at every turn, oh, I know I can go on. So, cousins, take my hand, and siblings, sing my song. When hope awaits at every turn, oh, I know that I can, yes, I know I can, whoa, I know that I can go on.
All right. Thank you, Don, and welcome to you at home. Welcome to worship, Sunday morning worship with the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta. I'm Reverend Taryn Strauss, acting senior minister of this congregation. I'm joined in worship leading by Don Milton III, our fabulous music director, Christine Strain, Reverend Meg Barnhouse, who will be preaching our guest sermon this morning, and our fabulous audio-visual team. I hope that you will take a moment, if you're on the live chat, to thank these guys for coming in and making this a beautiful experience for all of us. We are so grateful you have joined us for worship this morning, whoever you are, whomever you love, you belong here with us at UUCA. You are very welcome to chat on our live stream, but we do ask that you participate in the live stream chat gracefully. Heart emojis are very welcome. This will not be a perfect worship experience, but it does hold the hopes and dreams of this worshiping community. So please, with your words, be kind, be gentle, be generous. This is a time for physical distance and spiritual closeness. This is a chance to sacrifice for the collective health and safety of our entire community. This is the moment we Unitarian Universalists have been called to live our faith in real time, in real ways, in real life. We are called to offer comfort to one another in the moments when we are feeling strong enough. We are called to ask for help in those moments when we are not. We are called to drop off food or medicine to those who cannot easily leave their homes, or to request services if we find ourselves in need. The solutions for how we will get through this time together are both high-tech and low-tech. Some of you may remember my word for this church program year at the beginning of the year was dreams and visions. Well, that was my phrase for this year. So I am dreaming of children exchanging handmade cards or postcards with our elderly members of our congregation. I'm dreaming of a giant phone tree with spiritual questions and weekly check-ins. I'm dreaming of a new worship series to replace this one after today that we will create during this pandemic, tentatively called Yes and. I am dreaming of virtual joys and sorrows. There are so many new ways to love one another across the distance, to weave a stronger web of interdependence, to praise the beauty of this earth and to praise the expansive power of love. And friends, we are very good at loving one another, at ministering to each other. We are so good at telling each other uplifting stories and singing each other songs, and we will continue to do so. This is what congregations are for. Through the distance, we may even find ourselves closer than ever. At this time, I'm thrilled to announce to you the hard work of the search team for a new membership and social justice coordinator has paid off. Though this person will be joining UUCA's staff in a turbulent time, they have already shown us that they have the skills and the experience to lead through difficult times. With experience in social work, in social justice organizing, and volunteer coordination, I'm honored to announce and to present to you UUCA's newest staff member, our Membership and Social Justice Coordinator, Beck Shalizzi. So here is Beck. Yay!
Hello, thank you so much.
With our lights, so Beck is going to light our chalice now. As you light your own at home. With our lights flickering, over 100 lights across our community, Beck will lead us in saying our chalice lighting words. Together, please join us.
May the
May the
light,
light
of this flame illuminate our tradition of seeking, invite all who yearn for acceptance, and ignite our passion for justice and peace.
This morning's reading comes from the Gulag Archipelago. If only it were all so simple. If only there were evil people somewhere insidiously committing evil deeds, and it were necessary only to separate them from the rest of us and destroy them. But the line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being. And who is willing to destroy a piece of his own heart? So ends this morning's reading.
Our music for meditation this morning is a beautiful song by UU composer Thomas Benjamin. It's a setting of a Theodore Parker text called Be Ours a Religion. Be ours a religion which like sunshine goes everywhere, its temple all space, its shrine the good heart, its creed all truth, its ritual works of love. Be ours a religion which like sunshine goes everywhere, its temple all space, its shrine the good heart, its creed all truth, its ritual works of love.
Let us put hands upon hearts and feel the warm connection. Let love in this moment flow. Say to yourself silently, I will love myself. I will love others. And that love will heal this world. At this time, we hear the joys and sorrows of this congregation. Our hearts go out to the family of Jeannie Thomas. Jeannie passed away on March 11th after a long illness. She was surrounded by her husband Bill and daughters Katrina and Emily. Jeannie and Bill were longtime UUCA members, married at the church in 1983. She will be missed by so many. The family welcomes cards during this time. We send love to Eric Pohl, whose father, Ed Pohl, passed away also on March 11th at age 91. He died peacefully at home in his sleep, surrounded by family members after a good, long life. We send love to Eric and his family. Tony Stringer continues his treatment for suspected malaria. Despite the slow recovery, he feels closer to wellness with every passing day. Tony's family requests no cards, emails, or phone calls, although the healing power of your well wishes is greatly appreciated by Tony and the family. We send our love to UUCA members in our community and throughout Atlanta who are employees of the CDC, many of whom are working overtime and are working under stressful conditions to manage the COVID-19 pandemic. We hold in our hearts people who are sick and struggling, people who are living in quarantine, or living in fear of vulnerability to a new virus in a volatile time in our nation and our world. May all beings find connection. May all people find comfort. May all of us find ways to be more loving to one another. At this time, you are invited to either write in our live chat or speak aloud the names of people you are holding in your heart this morning, people you wish to lift up and send a little extra love to. Write their names on the live chat and speak their names into this holy moment now. As humans have gathered for millennia, so we gather on this day to gently surrender to something beyond ourselves, to humbly acknowledge our mistakes and our vulnerabilities, to ask forgiveness, to seek hope and renewal and peace, to honor the earth that supports and sustains life, and to remember that all beings are inextricably and mysteriously connected, and to feel that connection. Now, wherever you are, it is time to still your body and still your mind. If you're holding something in your hand, release it. Keep your feet on the floor. Find that grounding connection to earth. Sit comfortably, eyes closed. We take in a big breath and we exhale. And one more centering, grounding breath. And exhale. We relax into this moment that our intentions make sacred. We enter together into the wise silence.
a religion which like sunshine goes everywhere, its temple all space, its shrine the good heart, its creed all truth, its ritual works of love.
I do believe that was the most perfect moment of silence we've ever experienced in this space. Though, as you know, I'm not a perfectionist about anything, including silence. We are strengthening the web. We are crossing the great divide of physical distance, and we are finding new ways to stay close, to express love. Our community's ability to respond to this public health crisis is a source of great hope for me. I don't know about you, but it is for me. Friends, this is what congregations are for: to innovate, to lead, and to create entirely new ways of networking our most precious resource, our love and our compassion. We are here to figure out how to organize our compassion, that's all. We already understand ourselves to be a part of a network of mutuality, an interdependent web of life. We are going to continue many of our ministries during this time of social distancing and global pandemic for as long as we can. Our lay ministers are meeting later today, dreaming ways for each of us to stay connected to one another and spiritually inspired for the long journey. Our music department is dreaming new ways to seek joy and inspiration in music during this time. Our religious education staff are dreaming up creative ways to continue keeping our children engaged and supporting our parents through this. Believe me, I get it. Our administrative staff, they are keeping everyone on payroll, keeping our bills paid and our pledges processed. And finally, the shining star of this moment at UCA is the exemplary work of our communications director, Nicole Presley, who is over there, and all of the ways she has helped our congregation make an incredible pivot to something completely new. Your consistent financial support in the form of a gift today, as well as continuing your pledge, has never been more vital than it is now. While many institutions may be taking a break, we at UUCA will continue to provide the ministries of this beloved congregation as long as we possibly can across the great divide of this moment. Though we are not physically together, there are so many ways for you to give today. You can visit our website, uuca.org, and go to the Give page. You can certainly mail in a check to UUCA. And you can text to give right now. Text the letters UUCA and the dollar amount you want to give to the number 73256 that should be showing up on your screen right now. To support the mission and ministries of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta, This morning's offering will now be given and most gratefully received.
I could find the whole meaning of life in those sad eyes. They've seen things that you'd never quite say, but I hear. Come out of hiding, I'm right here beside you. And I'll stay there as long as you let me. Because you matter to me. Simple and plain and not much to ask from somebody. You matter to me. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You'll see. You matter to me.
It's addictive the minute you let yourself think. The things that I say just might matter to someone. All of this time I've been keeping my mind on the running away. And for the first time, I think I'd consider the stay. Because you matter to me. Simple and plain and not much to ask from somebody. You matter to me. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You'll see. You matter to me. You matter to me.
Simple and plain and not much to ask from somebody. You matter to me.
I promise you.
Come out of hiding, I'm right here beside you. As long as you'll have me, I do. Promise you do. You matter to me. You'll see. You matter to me.
You matter to us very much. The people who are in this room have been working so hard, late into the night sometimes, to make this beautiful project keep going, this thing that we are all a part of. Is so precious to us. Lay ministers have been calling and reaching out to some of the people who are unable to leave their homes, who are ill or elderly this week, reaching out, and we will all continue to reach out in new ways to express love, compassion, and caring for one another, to lean on one another, to find strength in each other's voices. during this challenging time. We need each other the most right now, more than ever. I'm so grateful to all the people who are here making this worship happen this morning. You are all so precious to me. Your time, your gifts, your skills, sharing that all with this beautiful, beloved community. There's nothing more beautiful than these people coming together just to create something holy and sacred together. For this community, we offer our blessings on your generosity today. May it go far and wide to expand this circle of love and caring to more and more people who are struggling right now. Blessings on your gift. And now please join me from home in the dedication to the offering, which should be printed on this screen. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action we call community, we dedicate our lives, and these are offerings. I am excited to introduce our guest preacher today. We had invited Reverend Meg Barnhouse, who is the senior minister at the UU congregation of Atlanta. Sorry, nope, not Atlanta. That's me. The UU congregation of Austin, Texas, to come. And she was going to come with her wife, Kaya Hartwood, who is an amazing singer and performer, and they were going to perform and lead the worship together. And give some of us a Sunday off, and that was not to be not to be, but that's okay. But we are so grateful that Meg did prepare a sermon before all of our plans changed. So we made this pivot. Don and I kind of put together this worship on Thursday and Friday, and by that point we already had a beautiful sermon. So it is an honor to present this sermon by Reverend Meg Barnhouse, who is actually a UU superstar in our movement, and who also has agreed to join us again for worship at a later time this year. So here she is, preaching from Austin, her sermon, Finding Gold in the Shadows.
Hi, I'm Meg Barnhouse, and I want to greet you at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta from here in my sanctuary where I serve in Austin, Texas. I appreciate you letting me join you like this. I was very disappointed not to be able to be with you in person, but I feel my own congregation needs me now, and so I cut my study leave short. What I'm going to talk about in your very evocative series about monsters and villains is the shadow qualities within each one of us. As you heard in the reading, Solzhenitsyn says the line between good and evil runs right up the middle of each of us. We all have qualities in ourselves that we don't want to show the world, qualities we don't approve of, or qualities that were taboo in our families. And we put those aside. We submerge those into what Carl Jung called the shadow side of our personalities. I think that doing shadow work for us as spiritual people would help with all of the hatred and all of the racism in the world. And I'll tell you how. Thomas More, in his book, The Care of the Soul, states that the person we choose to be automatically creates a double, the person we choose not to be. We make choices about how we want to present our face to our family, to our friends, to our church members, to the world. And so we have a face like the other side of the moon that hardly ever gets to see the sun, and no one gets to see that face. Let me give you some examples. If in your family you were always supposed to be quiet, if your family valued quiet above all other things, you might push your festive and exuberant nature into your shadow. And so then what happens is it's very difficult for you to be around people who are exhibiting that quality. In other words, you may feel yourself surrounded by people who are too noisy, too loud. It might feel taboo to you, almost dangerous, for a person to be laughing raucously, or a person to be dressed colorfully, or a person to be speaking loudly or arguing. Whatever was not allowed for you gets pushed into your shadow and then feels dangerous when you're surrounded by it. Maybe if you're a person who was always supposed to be happy in your family, then all of your sorrows, your negative thoughts and feelings, your depressive qualities, if you will, which come and go in all of us, get pushed into the shadow. And so then it becomes very difficult for you to be around people who are negative or depressed. It feels dangerous. It feels like they're maybe sucking the life out of you, or they're going to get you all killed, because the authorities in your family wanted happiness and happy talk only. And so speaking about problems seems to be taboo. You can tell where I'm going with this, and you can go there yourself. This is how we do some shadow work. We can begin to notice the things that really bother us in other people. And we just ask ourselves, might those things that really bother me in someone else be part of my own shadow? Might I not be interpreting this situation exactly correctly because some things from my alarm about keeping my shadow away from the normal give and take of a situation, might those things be distorting my perception? There is villainy in the world. There are monsters in the world. I'm not saying that if you are horrified at border guards treating people terribly in our camps on the border, or if you're horrified at someone treating a child terribly, that means that this is in your shadow. Some things are just horrifying. It doesn't mean they're in your shadow. But we do tend, as people, to project our shadow qualities on other people. And that might be part of the violence that's being done on the border. Americans who identify as white often project qualities on darker-skinned Americans or refugees or asylum seekers, and say, oh, they are dirty, or they are diseased, whatever our leaders say. They are lazy, or they're oversexed, or in our country's history, there have been many, many groups, the Irish, the Italians, the African Americans, the Latinx people. We, white identifying Americans, have projected our shadow on those groups completely unfairly. And we're not the only ones that do it, but we're mainly the ones who are here this morning. So I'm talking to you and myself, those of us who identify as white. And even people of color have their own shadow that they can project on other groups. That is a fact, that there is diversity within diversity, and I am not the person to speak about that. Some people are frightened of their wonderful qualities. Some people are scared to shine too brightly. This is the other side of shadow work that I've called in the title of the sermon, Gold in the Shadow. Sometimes you have heard too often not to stick out, or not to stick up, or not to be too good at something, or you've been punished for being too good at something, or you've heard what I hear as a Japanese proverb, but I have not heard that from a Japanese person. The nail that sticks up will be hammered down. And so you might be leery of shining too brightly. And so you push those shining qualities, your leadership qualities, your wisdom, your energy, your insight into your shadow as well. And then you project those on people that you see all around you. Now, I know ministers have this happen to us a lot, that people project onto us the qualities that they wish they had, or the qualities they have been scared of in their own selves, because we stand up in front of people and seem to be shiny sometimes. But let me tell you, we are not, as I'm sure you know in your heart of hearts. I think people need heroes, political heroes, maybe just someone who is rich and you think, ooh, that person must have good judgment because they got rich. And I wish I had good judgment about money like that. And I'm projecting that onto them as my hero. Or maybe that person has a great personality because they're strong and they're physically formidable. And they are my hero because I don't feel myself to be physically strong or formidable. Or maybe I have not allowed myself to be as strong as I could be. Sometimes people are not allowed to feel their full rage and their full sense of justice. And so we stay small and project that on our activist heroes. I think that there is something in many of us that is a little bit scared to succeed. I think there is something within many of us that doesn't want to pass our ancestors or to surpass our parent or our siblings, or we keep ourselves small in order to make other people not feel like we are too much, too big, too loud, too certain. We are self-deprecating, and we sometimes put our own problems forward so as not to scare people or intimidate people. The shadow carries all kinds of different elements, and we need to search it. Because if you don't search your shadow, if you don't see the good things and the things that alarm you in your own shadow, it's like having a wasp in the room and losing track of where it is. I mean, at some point, you might sit on it by accident and get stung. Your own shadow can really sting you sometimes as something comes out of your mouth that you think, oh my goodness, I couldn't have said that. Did I really say that? That's not me. That's your shadow coming out when you are not aware. I want to close with a wonderful quotation that Martha Graham wrote to her friend Agnes de Mille. Both of them beautiful dancers, beautiful choreographers, creative, marvelous in their time. But it is very hard to be an artist in our culture, and I think in almost any culture. It's such a solo activity, and it's so beset with demons from your own shadow saying, I must not be any good. Maybe I'm no good. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe people are just being nice to me, or maybe this is all just a mess and I should go do something else. Here's what Martha Graham wrote to Agnes de Mille. There is a vitality, a life force, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable it is, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours, clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. My beloved friends, Yes, there are villains and monsters out there, yes. But the beginning of villainy and monstrosity can be found inside each one of us. An overpowering feeling of self-righteousness is itself a red flag that bad behavior is soon to come. So watch our self-righteousness and watch your shadow. Watch your uncertainties and your certainties. Watch your wisdom and your foolishness, and know that it is all in there, in all of us. All blessings on you.
So grateful to Reverend Barnhouse for recording that homily for us, that sermon for us. I find myself in a space of a lot of gratitude this morning. I'm so grateful to Pasha, Jeep, Mike, and Michael, our amazing AV team here this morning. I mean, we are building a boat while we're sailing it. It doesn't mean we're sinking. It just means we're figuring stuff out as we go. And these guys have all just really made this a special experience. Grateful to Christine, who joyfully rolled with the punches and changed all the music on Thursday. And thankful to Reverend Strauss for all of this calm leadership that as we move through these uncertain times. Our final hymn this morning, it's a song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. We're thinking about songs about silver lining, and this is my favorite one. It's golden lining, actually. It is a song called Weave Me the Sunshine. The chorus happens like 40 times, so as you listen to it, join in from home. It is a solid earworm for your week. They say that the tree of lovin' shine on me again, that it grows on the bank of the river of suffering. Shine on me again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the pouring rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again.
If only I could heal your sorrow, shine on me again. I'd help you to find your new tomorrow. Shine on me again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling, out of the falling. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. I've seen the steel and the concrete crumble. Shine on me again. The proud and mighty all shall stumble. Shine on me again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling, out of the falling. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow, fill my cup again. Only you can climb that mountain, shine on me again. If you want to drink from the golden fountain, shine on me again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow, fill my cup again. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling, out of the falling rain. Me the hope of a new tomorrow, fill my cup once again.
Please, are you standing? I don't know. If you're standing, stay standing. If you wish, you can rise in body or you can rise in spirit. Let your spirit rise while your body rests. Whatever you choose, but this is the time for our benediction, thinking about our shadow side and the different ways it may come out. I've only experienced about 24 hours of social distancing, and I can tell you my shadow side has certainly come out in many different ways in my own household. So awareness is important. And then once you have become aware that this shadow side lives in you too, you can deal with it. You can take care of it. Go on a walk outside. If it's raining, get on your rain boots, an umbrella, and take that walk anyway. Or if you're lonely, call a friend. If you need space, find a way to get a moment alone. Start that house project you've been putting off for so long. Cook some food that you love. Do some yoga or exercise. There are so many ways to take care of yourself so that you can lead with the light side, with laughter, with compassion and love. That is what this moment calls for now. May we serve each other in new ways. May we love each other in new ways across distance. May we inspire each other in entirely new, creative ways. Thank you for worshiping with us. Thank you for joining us this morning. Go in peace. Go in love, in new and creative ways that this moment calls us to. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Amen. Blessed be.